My guests today are editor Sara-Jayne Wysman and author Dorothy Winsor. And we're going to be talking about Sara-Jayne Slack, and we're going to be talking about the book, The Wysman. So probably the best place to get started is, rather than making either of you listen to me read your bio, if I could get each of you to introduce yourself to esteemed audience and kind of give them an overview of your background. And Dorothy, we'll start with you.
Sure. I'm a former technical communication professor. For a lot of years, I taught technical writing and editing and all manner of stuff like that at the university level. And my research was about the communication practices of engineers. And from there, I wound up writing young adult fantasy. And you wonder, how did that happen, right? Because I never thought I was creative enough to write fantasy. But when Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings movies came out, I was just like knocked stupid by being so enchanted by them. And I loved them so much that I didn't want the stories ever to end. And I started writing fan fiction, Lord of the Rings fan fiction. And I did that for quite a while, fairly obsessively. And lo and behold, I woke up one day and there were 1 million words that I had written, which is quite astounding. And I had read some authors' advice that you have to write 1 million words of bad stuff before you can write anything good. And I thought, I'm there, right? So I started writing my own stuff. And that's kind of where I got where I am.
So is that fan fiction available someplace for esteemed audience can track that down?
Sure can. I used my initials, DAW. And on one of the sites, it would not search on anything that short. So I added the minstrel afterwards. So if you read Daw the Minstrel, you'll find that stuff. And some of the early stuff is just incredibly bad. I learned a lot, and that's because I had much to learn, but it was a really good, safe place to do that. So very low stakes. It was fun. It was fun.
Well, nobody that's going to seek out your Lord of the Rings fan fiction is hoping for good stuff. They'll read the published books when they want the good stuff. This is
They could make a lot of fun of me if they read the fanfic. That's all right. I've had that happen. Won't be the first time.
That's outstanding. And then Sara, same question. If you would give us a bit of an overview of your background.
Sure. So I started Inspired Quill back in April 2011. We've been going for just over 9 years now. I did it whilst I was a master's student at the University of Leicester studying English. It was a book review blog beforehand, and hearing horror stories about the industry, had that sort of righteous rage that you get in your early 20s. How hard can it be to create win-win situations? Da, 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 da. But actually, my professional life is more within digital marketing, search engine optimization, inbound marketing, and I worked for a ethical finance company for a while. So I've got a slight range of working skills, I guess you'd call them. So yeah, I've been in the publishing industry sort of for about 9 years now. And I always make the joke that the only way I could get into the publishing industry is by creating my own publishing house. So make of that what you will. So yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell.
There's first of all, thank you both very much for being here. This is Middle Grade Ninja First, talking to the editor and the author of a book. This is an inspired idea, which Dorothy, I think you get full credit for having the idea. That's why I'm excited. It's it's a scary prospect to face the Middle Grade Ninja esteemed audience alone.